let's move then to estate tax. And the words that come up here in a vocabulary are the words complete versus incomplete. So describe in 2 sentences a complete versus an incomplete from your experience.
So earlier, as a preface, we had language in the trust that made it what's called defective to say it's going to be taxed to me. That's a tax term. It's the same thing in this. Do I make it defective to say it's still in my estate? So an incomplete gift is I gave it to a trust or I gave it to my daughter, but when I die, for estate tax purposes, it included my estate. A completed gift is it's hers, it's done, it's not in my estate when I die, I already gave it. I probably used some sort of gifting strategy to do it.
Okay. And so if you gave a completed gift and then that gift blossomed, you gave away stock in Amazon when it was a private, illiquid, struggling company, it went public, it went to the moon in terms of its price, and then somebody, whoever the owner of that trust is, sold the asset. A completed gift, that blossoming that I just described, happened outside of your estate.
Yep, and my kid or my friend, whoever it is, got all that money in that completed gift. That's beautiful because it doesn't increase my estate for estate taxes. The trouble is...
I hate this. There's always a...
It's that
if this, then that.
So that trouble is before... What happens if it blossoms? The trouble with selling it is all that capital gains tax. If I would have held it my name and my wife or I were to die, it would have got a step up in basis to where you sell it afterwards, no taxes. So there's this tug and pull between growth outside my estate versus me getting the step up. So in these current rules where there's $11.5 million-ish to transfer per person, and it's going back down to 6 3/4, let's say. So for a husband and wife, we know 13 million plus will be covered. For a family that has less than $13 million worth of assets, I may want to give it to my daughter, but have it included in an estate when I die, so she gets a step up.
Yeah, so
and that's the tug.
And you're getting into some fancy intricacies of the design, but it's just important for the listeners to know grantor versus non-grantor is an income tax thought, an income tax language. Complete versus incomplete is an estate tax complex or terminology. And just knowing those differences will help you kind of sort through what sort of Nevada trust might be appropriate.
And how you make complete or incomplete, how you determine either for income tax or estate tax is just a few words in a trust.
Yeah.
It's not how you gave or what you gave, it's a few words in each trust.
Okay, all right, that's a great example.